Hey everybody, what's up? I hope you had or are having a wonderful day. I'm sorry I haven't been uploading a lot recently. I've been pretty busy, and if you can't tell by the title of this video, I am gay, and this coming out part has had a lot to do with why I've been so occupied. And I know this is a very personal aspect of my life, but I wanted to make this because I want to inspire others who, like me, have to go through the process of coming out. And it is something that almost every non-traditional, sexual orientation has to go through. It really kind of is important because it is a part of who you are. So I hope this inspires other people to come out as well. So a little bit of background on, kind of how this all came to. I grew up a very normal boy life, if that makes sense. And this is kind of like precautionary. Some things I might say might come off as stereotypical or, kind of, generalizing. But really I'm just kind of saying what the social norms, or kind of like what's expected of a person depending on who they are. So yeah, I grew up a very normal boy life, if that makes any sense. Throughout, when I was born, all the way to 6th grade, I was pretty much your standard boy. Loved sports, loved to play football, I was good at it. Played basketball, played volleyball, was very athletic, loved to play video games, and had lots of guy friends. So, kind of typical boy thing. And, I said this before, but yes, girls can do these things too. But, these are seen more as kind of like, but, socially these seem more masculine, if that makes sense. I know that nobody really probably questioned if I was gay. It came off as, straight, if that makes sense. Even though, there's really nothing that proves somebody's straight or gay, but, I just came off as it. Like, there was no really reason to question. But for maybe as young as I can remember, like 4, I've always been attracted to males. I've found myself attracted to them. But, it wasn't really like an overwhelming kind of thing. It was just there in the back of my mind. It was kind of just an underlying factor into who I was. But it wasn't like something that kind of, like I said, overwhelmed me. But even though I had this kind of masculine identity, I still kind of questioned myself. Like I said, I was attracted to males, and I was like, that's kind of weird. All my guy friends are attracted to girls. That's normal. That makes sense. But I find myself attracted to guys. But maybe it's just a phase, grow out of it. And of course, that never ever happened and never ever will. I kind of was in denial and just told myself, yeah, it's a phase. Just, pretend you like girls, have your fake girl crushes, and you'll eventually grow out of it and become straight. So yeah, I went around like kind of having fake crushes on girls, kind of like hitting on girls and stuff like that. Like I said, nobody questioned that I was gay. And it kind of worked because I was kind of hiding who I was. But as I learned later, that's what my number one mistake was. I remember in 6th grade there was some drama between me and my guy group of friends. And I split from that group and I went over to my other friend group. And this friend group had majority girls. This was in 6th grade and I never really hung out with girls that much before, because before almost all my friends were guys. And I always hung out with my guy friends and we did those boy activities. And when I changed groups to this kind of girly girl group, if you want to call it that, I kind of felt like I fit in with them. Like their girl activities, like gossiping, like going shopping and like stuff like that. Just girl activities. And I'm gonna say it again, it's not only girls that like shopping. Boys can do it too. I'm just saying, socially, like shopping, getting Starbucks, more of a girl activity. So this was a process that went on from 6th grade to practically now. I was transitioning from this masculine kind of side of me to a more feminine side of me. And I know not all gay guys are feminine, but, you know, when a guy starts acting feminine, like I started to, people start questioning. And this is when things started to change for me. So like I said before, nobody questioned if I was gay, and that included my family. But as I started taking on some of these more girly activities, had more friends that were girls, people noticed, especially my mom. And I remember she started questioning things. She was like, so what happened to so-and-so? You don't talk to him anymore? Why not? You should talk to him again. Or why are you going shopping so much? Why do you like to drink coffee, Starbucks coffee so much? She just started to question. And I just told her, like, oh, Mom, like, I have lots of girlfriends because they like me. I don't know. Or, you know, I know lots of guy friends that do have lots of girlfriends. Or I know guys that go shopping. It's not just a girl thing to do. I told her that, and she was like, okay. A little background, my mom, she grew up in Vietnam during the Vietnam War. And yeah, she had me when she was quite old. And back in that time, things were very different. So she kind of like fell under influence of all the stereotypes, like gay people are close, they can choose their sexuality, and, you know, gay is bad, you know, stuff like that. So she grew up under kind of like an environment that kind of reinforced those ideas. And so like I said, she spent her whole life growing up in Vietnam, and then she had me here. But since she grew up under the guise of all those ideas and stuff, it kind of became ingrained in her. And I live with my aunt and my uncle, and my aunt is kind of the same way because she's my mom's sister, and she grew up around in that same environment. And my aunt would sometimes point out things on TV, like, oh, look at that gay couple. You know, nobody really points out straight couples on TV, so obviously if she's pointing out a gay couple, it's out of the norm. And as I got older, started, you know, becoming more and more feminine, my mom got more and more anxious because, you know, she believed being gay was a choice and being gay was bad. And she would start making comments like, you know, shopping's for girls, or drinking Starbucks, that's a girl thing to do. Why are you doing it? You're a boy. The start of high school, that got very bad, and she started making some very scary comments like, if you're gay, I'm gonna kill myself. Or, Tim, if you're gay, I'm gonna take medicine and die and leave you. And that scared me because I was still, you know, struggling with my identity. I was still trying to hide this gay part of me because I felt like I still could be masculine, but just the person that I was just couldn't be masculine anymore. I just couldn't hide like the kind of feminine part of me that so many people see as gay. And it made me so upset that it was all she kind of worried about, because here I am, a high school student who is involved in a key club, cheerleading, gymnastics. I recently quit volleyball, but I was still damn good at it. And I could play the piano, flute, saxophone. I was good at art. I was good at making YouTube videos. I was creative. I was good at cooking and baking, and just talented, if I say so myself. And I was in so many AP and honors classes and getting straight A's and had a 4.67 GPA. And I also made it into a group that's called Questbridge Prep Scholar. And this is a group of people, of high school juniors that are very talented, very smart, but they come from very unique family backgrounds. And these people get a huge boost into colleges like Yale, University of Chicago, Duke University, all of the big name schools, you name it. Yet, here I was getting berated by my mom for doing things that were girly, or as in her eyes, gay. But, you know, since she still believed that being gay was a choice, she still thought I could still be straight. But it upset me because my mom didn't see that in me. She just saw me as somebody who was struggling with their identity and could be gay, and that was bad. That's really all she saw. In junior year, worst year of my life by far. And this past year. So many AP and honors classes. ACT, SAT, AP tests, you name it. Mixed with Key Club and cheer. So overwhelmed. And to boot the stress of hiding my identity, because I still was trying to come off as straight to my family and to people at school, but that was becoming harder and harder. And that struggle with identity led to, I would say, probably the worst moments of my life that only happened a few months ago. I started developing some serious issues. I would have obsessive, racing thoughts about horrible images. Like sometimes I saw these things in AP psychology, like lobotomy or like electroconvulsive therapy, and just images of people in my life, and it would just replay over and over in my head, and I just couldn't get it out of my head. It would never go away, no matter what I did. And as a result, I would pace around my room, I would sweat, I would panic, I would talk to myself, I would say random things and call myself crazy, and just so many odd behaviors that just I never did before. In school, I couldn't focus because I was having these racing thoughts, and I would have urges to speak my thoughts out, and I would have like tics and stuff. I sometimes jitter, and every time I had a obsessive thought, I would get the urge to speak it, and I would have to cover my mouth or grimace or clear my throat or sniffle, even though I didn't have to, and I was just trying so hard to maintain my composure. Eventually, I couldn't do anything anymore. I remember I was trying to do my homework, and I lost it. I couldn't do my homework. I was walking around my room having an episode, and I realized I need help. So I asked my parents to take me to the doctor. My uncle, he took me to see my family doctor. And it's always awkward when you tell your doctor all your issues. Yeah, I didn't tell my doctor about being gay because to me that wasn't the problem. I didn't care that I was attracted to men. The only problem was coming out and what other people think of it to me and how that would affect me. And I told my doctor all my problems. It was very awkward because I told him the kind of obsessive thoughts I was having. But I knew deep down that there was no way I could get better if I didn't tell him my problems. So he referred me to a behavioral medicine place, and I received a psychotherapy from my therapist. It's kind of funny because I was in EP psychology at the time, so I knew kind of the gist of everything, so it was kind of interesting. I was referred to a psychiatrist, and I received medication. And we found out that I most likely have obsessive compulsive disorder or some other type of anxiety disorder. I trusted my therapist because therapists are trained to help you. They're meant to help you unconditionally, be non-judgmental, and I trusted her, my therapist. And she's such a sweet lady, and so is my psychiatrist. And they were both there for me, and I told them about my identity crisis that I was having and having to come out to my parents. And they definitely helped me with that, and they helped me prepare because I was very, very scared to come out. The day came. It was June, literally last month, Pride Month. I decided it's Pride Month, I'm gonna come out and get it over with. My therapist helped me get ready, and I kind of did it in a cowardly way. I texted my uncle, who I thought would be the most accepting, and told him I was gay and all the problems I've been having because I've been so scared to tell them. And that was a huge turning point in my life. And I remember he came up to my room, hugged me, and said, "I'm so proud of you." And I just felt so relieved. And I don't think I mentioned this before. My cousin knew that I was gay, and I told her quite a while ago. And she is so supportive. She takes me on vacation. She's like literally the best cousin ever. So yeah, she knew, and she kind of helped me as well, along with my therapist and my psychiatrist. Yeah, my uncle was accepting, and I was so happy, and I was so thankful. He told my aunt, because I allowed him to, and my aunt came up to my room, hugged me, and started crying and said, "It's okay, I love you." And I felt so happy and so relieved that they accepted me. And I know texting is not the best way to come out to your parents, but I hate crying. It's painful to me. Yeah, I didn't want to cry. But I ended up crying anyway because my aunt was crying, so I started crying, so it didn't really work. So yeah, that was a very happy moment, a relieving moment for me. But the biggest obstacle still had to come, and that was my mom. In junior year, me and my mom had a very rough time. We argued, and like I said, she still believed being gay was a choice, and she made those suicide threats like, "I'm gonna take medicine and die. If you're gay, I'm gonna kill myself," to like scare me and keep me straight, if that makes sense. I was so scared to tell her because what if she killed herself, or what if she moved away or disowned me or whatever. This was so recent. Like I said, it's only a month, probably been about a month, honestly. My aunt was driving me to therapy one day and she said, "Tim, I think it's time you've told your mom," because she came up to me. She said she read something about, how people are gay, and she realized that it's not a choice. Let me just say that it is so irritating when people say that you can choose to be gay. You cannot, okay? Trust me, I'm gay, so I know. It's just the same way you can't choose to be straight. It's not like one day you wake up and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna be straight today," or "I'm gonna be gay today," or bisexual today. It just doesn't work like that. And if I could not have to come out, because that's very stressful, a very anxiety-provoking moment, I could just be like, "Oh, I'll just be straight and I don't have to come out." But it doesn't work like that. So my aunt asked what my mom would do if she found out I was gay, because my aunt told her that she has to love me and accept me no matter what. And because my mom, like I said, she speculated and made those threats. And my mom said, if he ever killed himself, I would go with him. And I just felt so relieved that she kind of accepted it. My aunt asked if she could tell my mom, and I was like, "Yes, go ahead." When I came from therapy, I went straight to my room and cried myself to sleep. When I woke up, it was literally like perfect timing. My mom came into my room, gave me a big hug. She was crying as well, like my aunt. And she said, "It's okay, son, I love you." And I remember I was so happy because I was just so worried that she was, going to react bad. Like, it was possible she could have killed herself. I just couldn't imagine that. But, she's been saying that all along. I was just so worried. But in my case, I really got the best scenario. And I am so, so thankful and grateful to have accepting, wonderful parents and family. And I know it didn't come off that way all the time, but I knew they'd always love me. Yes, coming out is stressful, but it brings so much relief to you. And of course, I don't want anybody to come out if they're not comfortable or know it could cause them or their family members harm. But I think as a parent, the things we say don't always depict really what's inside. My mom made all those suicide threats and threatened to kill herself and inflict so much pain on me that it almost seemed like she didn't care about me, like she didn't love me. But that's obviously not the case. And that brings us back to the part where the things that we say don't always depict what we feel or will feel. So even though your parents may say things that come off as homophobic or just, unaccepting, when they realize that you're gay and there's nothing that can be done about it, because there can't be. You can't change who you are. And they'll realize that this is that you are their child. And most parents do love their child unconditionally. If your parents realize that having a non-traditional sexual orientation is not a choice and that there's nothing that can be done about it, they'll eventually accept that. Like I said, there's nothing you can do about it, and the most important person in your life should be yourself. And I'm not saying don't care about other people. It's great to be selfless and help others, but a lot of times we forget to help ourselves. You just feel comfortable, go for it. You're gonna feel so much weight lifted off your shoulders, and you're gonna you know, be happier. You're gonna be yourself. Everybody else that's, you know, straight usually is happy being themselves, so why can't you? You're no less special than anybody else, and you should remember that. So, yeah. Ever since then, my mental issues have gotten better. I felt, you know, more open to like liking boys. Like, I find this guy is so cute right now. And yeah, but of course I haven't told him yet, and I don't know if I ever will, but you know, whatever. I know I'll find the one someday. I've been occupying myself, hanging out with friends, telling my friends about this cute guy, and you know, stuff like that. So life is great right now. So glad and lucky and fortunate that I've had an accepting family. I know that people have it way worse than me, and I think that's just such a shame. And I hope that one day we can all realize that being gay is not a choice, and it's really just kind of be a beautiful part of life. I mean, how boring would the world be if everybody was the same? You can just see your sexual orientation as something that makes you special. So yeah, I really hope this video helped you guys and you guys enjoyed listening to my story. Comment below if you would like to, you know, like more tips on coming out or any other videos, or have any ideas for my channel because I've been so dead. Also, I apologize. I'm very, you know, kind of tired because I just came back from a 3-hour shift from work, and I'm exhausted. And it's pretty late at night. If you guys like this video, please subscribe and hit the like button because that would help me out so much, and I'd greatly appreciate it. I love every single one of you guys, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, if your day is still going. If you're settling down for the night, good night.